What if the world, as we know it, could just end in a single moment, not with a bang, but with an announcement? Today, we're going to break down a source that details exactly that scenario, a total global collapse, all triggered by just a few words from a world leader. Let's get into how it supposedly went down and the pretty shocking reason you're allegedly being kept in the dark. Right out of the gate, here's the core claim from our source. And look, we're not talking about a slow decline or some kind of financial crisis. We're talking about a full stop, lights out, complete collapse of society. The document we're looking at describes a world that just fundamentally breaks, almost instantly. So what does that kind of chaos actually look like on the ground? The source paints this picture of an immediate, cascading failure of, well, everything. Within minutes, stock markets either crash or just plain shut down. Investors are apparently asking, why even bother? Essential services just vanish. Hospital workers, police officers, they all abandon their posts to be with their families. And society fractures into these wild extremes. You've got widespread looting and arson in some places, while in others, churches are so packed you can't even get in the door. It's a vision of absolute pandemonium. So what on earth could cause such a rapid, total breakdown on a global scale? The source doesn't point to a war or a natural disaster. No, it claims the catalyst was something else entirely. Just a single piece of information broadcast to the entire world. And there it is, the one thing that allegedly sent these shockwaves around the planet. An official announcement from the President of the United States confirming that the Messiah has arrived. Yeah. According to this source, that single piece of news was so profound, so earth-shattering, it made every other part of modern life, finance, work, law and order, instantly meaningless. This chart really drives home just how complete the collapse was meant to be. It wasn't just one sector that failed. The financial markets, gone. Public services, abandoned. Civil order, completely fell apart. And people's behavior swung from mass prayer to pure panic. Every single system, from the economic to the social, just broke, all at the same time. Okay, now, if an event of this magnitude were truly on the horizon, it begs a really serious question, one that this source puts front and center. And this is the crucial pivot right here. The source sets up this absolutely terrifying scenario and then asks, if this is really coming, why the silence? Why aren't governments and the media shouting from the rooftops, telling everyone to get ready? It's a really provocative question that turns this whole story from a prophecy into an accusation. Now, the source doesn't just leave that question hanging out there. It claims to have an answer. And that answer supposedly comes from a conversation with an official at a major American television network. This is framed as the inside scoop, the hidden truth. So this lays out the core conflict at the heart of the source's whole explanation. On one side, you have the public's right to know. I mean, you'd want to be informed about a world-altering event, right? But on the other side, you have what the media calls its responsibility to control information and, in their view, to prevent mass panic. And here is the alleged smoking gun. The source quotes this media official directly as saying, "We have a responsibility not to tell the American people because they'll freak out." I mean, wow. If true, that's a stunning admission, a conscious choice to keep the public completely in the dark just because they're afraid of how we'd react. And that brings us right to the source's ultimate conclusion. The reason for all the silence isn't that the event is fake, but that a handful of powerful people have allegedly decided that you simply can't handle the truth. So as we finish exploring this particular source, we're left with a question that goes way beyond its specific claims. It forces us all to ask a really difficult, timeless question. In any major crisis, who gets to decide what the public should know? And maybe more importantly, where's the line between protecting people from panic and just controlling them by withholding the truth?